Hi guys, I'm Shmi, and today you join me at Porsche in Germany to introduce to you guys the spec that I have chosen for my future 911 GT3. Now I've just been out for my first ever drive in the new GT3 and I've shared that video already, so be sure to check it out. But this time around I want to run through for you guys how I have chosen to spec my car, a car that's going to be arriving later on this year. So let's run through those options. I've been pretty clear from the outset what my intentions for the GT3 are. I want it as a track car. I want it as a car that I can take to the Nürburgring, that I can take to other circuits. Hopefully I can go ahead and learn more about the Nordschleife with it, do many laps and experience that place with a car that is built and so capable for the purpose. So that means the first thing, the gearbox. Between the two options, you have the 7-speed double clutch PDK system, or you have the 6-speed manual. Now I'm sure the manual is a fantastic thing. It will no doubt be an incredible car to drive, but I see it more as a weekend or a Sunday driver, whereas the PDK can be used all the time in automatic, just gently and nice and easily, or on the track it's slightly more suited, more of a natural mate, I think, to the engine that's in this car, and the noise of those shifts, how quickly they shift at 9,000 RPM, whether you're banging it up through the gears as you're accelerating flat out, or whether you're braking hard and downshifting just one after another, the monumental sound it makes that you will have heard in my driving video with this car is just incredible. So it's going to be a PDK car for sure. Now, given that it's for the track, that also means it needs the full Sport Chrono package. It needs a bucket seat setup, it needs the roll cage, it needs harnesses. I'm not going to have ceramic brakes, I'll explain that in a moment, but basically more track work. If you get through brakes very quickly, the ceramics can be really expensive, so we'll come back to that. But it's going to be that full setup for driving one of these out on the track, because if you look at the thing, it's about aero, it's about hardcore driving. It comes on Michelin Sport Cup 2 tyres. Now this car behind me is Carrera white. I'm not ordering a white car, that's not very me at all. It's not going to be black, it's not going to be Guards red, it's not going to be any of the standard Porsche colours. It's going to be PTS, paint to sample, and this is actually the one thing that I'm going to keep secret for now. I'm going to keep it secret until we're here in the factory seeing the car being built, because it's a very bright, bold, strong, in-your-face colour that I think a car like this deserves. So stay tuned for the colour front. Just for the minute, imagine it's something very bright. You know me well enough to know that it's going to be out there and leery. The wheels, though, are going to be like this. The satin platinum wheels. They're the same wheels in terms of design that I had on my Cayman GT4, and I really like this colour. It's not black, it's not white, silver, it's somewhere in the middle. A slightly bronzied, darker grey. I think they look really cool, especially with the centre locks. Now the ceramic brakes that this car has, like I said, I've not ordered them, because if you drive loads and loads of laps on a track, you get through a set of pads and discs, and they're excruciatingly expensive. What a lot of people do is have the regular steel brakes, change the pads, and that makes it more cost effective long term without changing too much. Yes, you lose some of the unsprung mass, but at the end of the day, I think it's worth it, so we're not going to be having ceramics. On the outside, I think there's not too much necessarily to talk about. I've gone for the same lights as this, the upgraded black lights with PDLS, Porsche Dynamic Light System, so LED lights, but I think the black around the car, you know, I'll have all of these satin black accents and parts around the car as well. The black lights will go very nicely with that. The black part underneath the mirror here, the black side skirt, you can have that painted, but I've kept it black. The same around the back with the end plates and the intakes for the engine too that you have back there. The lettering, the logos, all of the sort of exterior parts are black. I've not done any carbon on the outside or even on the inside, because I feel you either want it all or none, and there's not that much, you know. Even if you do carbon mirrors or something, you're still going to have black plastic on the car, so to get the balance right, I felt like it was better without any of the optional carbon parts. So elsewhere on the outside, I think actually we've pretty much covered all of the options. I'm sure down the line the exhaust system might get changed. It comes with a sports exhaust system to start with these slightly glossy tips, but there are already options out there on the market, so watch this space. Reminds me though, the reversing camera, I have obviously ordered a reversing camera. You don't have any parking sensors on Porsche GT cars, front or rear, so pretty much a must these days. Well, given that you can have it, it makes everything that notch easier. So let's jump to the inside, where this car is finished with the standard seats. I will have the bucket seats here. I will have some brightly coloured multi-point harness seat belts. I will have a big cage in the back. I will have the full roll cage. Oh, that's one very noisy bike going past. So obviously you don't have
much luggage space when you stick a cage in here, because it makes access for bags and things really quite difficult. I like the embroidery that it has back there. So my seats, the bucket seats, it will be black mixture of leather and Alcantara, a bit like this car. It will have grey stitching, silver stitching, so that it doesn't contrast against the exterior colour. There'll be a grey seat stripe down the centre of the bucket seat that you get if you have that option. I'm just going to step in actually for a moment, where I will whip out my phone, which has the Porsche design Porsche design phone, sorry, the Porsche code. Now I've selected Miami Blue on this car. My car is not going to be Miami Blue, and also this is in pounds because it's the UK website. My car is a European spec car. It's going to be registered in Germany, where unfortunately it's not that price in euros, it's significantly more due to currency. But having a quick look down, black leather interior package I've gone for, Porsche model designation on the back painted in black, actually has the black LED lights, reversing camera, the painted headlight cleaning system covers so that they don't stand out. If you don't have those painted in body colour for £143, you end up with them black, and they're like little black dots on the front of the car and look stupid. The fuel filler cap with aluminium look finish, that's under the flap, just looks a little bit nicer. PDK, front lift system, pretty compulsory, so that's the button here that raises the front by a couple of centimetres, and just to give you a little bit of clearance for the lift system. Then the chrono package and preparation for lap timer, so that gives you the sport chrono clock in the centre of the dashboard and the lap timing capability through the secondary display that you have there on the driver's dashboard, which is again very nice. 20-inch wheels painted satin platinum like we have here. The full Club Sport package, that's the one. I think I said the wrong name earlier, excuse me. Many different specifications for cars going through my mind at the moment, but the Club Sport package. We've got cruise control, auto dimming mirrors with rain sensors, the light design package, the full bucket seats. Expensive, but those 918 bucket seats are magical. Smoking package. I'm surprised I have smoking package, but I think that adds in the 12-volt socket, which is obviously helpful. Then I did the dials in white. Now I've done my central rev counter, which you can have in a number of different colors, in white, because I particularly like it. Some people find that with the lights you have on there, it looks a little bit silly, but for me, I really, really like having a white rev counter. I have it on my Ferrari and it looks wonderful. Coming back over here, same for the chrono with a white face as well. Sun visors in Alcantara. If you don't have them in Alcantara, I think they're something else that looks a little bit silly. Storage compartment lid in Alcantara, that's the armrest. So I'll have the Alcantara armrest with the Porsche logo down the middle of it, which is an option. Then continuing down, what else do we have? The interior trim. So the interior trim you can have in a number of different finishes. Is this the one I've gone for? It might be. Brushed aluminium in anthracite, so slightly darker. I think this is what I've gone for. Hard to tell in the current lighting. But it's, again, to go with the silvery style stitching that I'm going to have around the car. Having this finish I think is very nice. And another little secret to watch out for is with the door sill plaques. I've done something fun with the door sill plaques that I'm going to be showing you in due course, so stay tuned for those as well. Back continuing, the list goes on. Pedals in aluminium. The door sills, ignore what's written there because we've done something with exclusive manufacture. Then the Bose sound system as well, because I'm going to use the car in quite a real world, so it's nice to have the upgraded audio. I think it's a bit silly, you can just listen to the engine always, but even if you're going to the Nürburgring from Frankfurt, it's still an hour and a half to actually get there, so it's nice to have decent audio for the purpose. So while I'm here, actually, let's just pop open the engine cover, because I've realised I didn't in my main video show back here. Not that there's that much really to see. Oh, there we go, open up, gives us a click. That's carbon fibre, that's quite nice. Some fans, you can see where the air from those intakes goes down in towards the engine, and then you're just oil caps back there. Not much else to really see or do or enjoy. I like how, oh right, there's a catch here that you have to release to lower it back down. Cool. And then I guess just drop. Perfect. I like how hidden away the third brake light is in the centre underneath the wing back there. So that is a fairly high level overview of my GT3 spec. I've gone a little bit different to my GT4. I spec'd up my GT4 when I had it, mostly as, well, at the time I thought it was going to be my daily car beside my 675 LT, but then it ended up being so brilliant that we completely just used it for the road trips and proper driving roads and things. But that really inspired the
the GT3 to be more of the track spec. I've got a little bit more into racing recently, as you've probably seen in different videos, and this car feels like the kind of car I want to really hammer that home and learn even more. So that was the inspiration. It's very much track spec, with the Club Sport package, with the harnesses, the buckets, the full works basically, just not the ceramics, because everybody has basically advised me that it doesn't make sense to spend so much more for ceramics if you're going to wear them out very quickly. The only thing that's a secret then is door plaques that will come on a future visit to exclusive manufacturer, hopefully, to show you those, and the colour, the PTS colour choice. Trust me, when I saw the colour, it was instant. It was, that's what it's going to be. That choice, nothing else. And I hope that you guys are going to like it. I think it might be a bit polarizing. Some of you will love it, some of you will hate it. It's not Ruby Star / Ruby Stone Red, whichever way around you want to call it. And I should talk about that a little bit more. So I did the video talking about Solomon Drin's Carrera GT, where I drove a 964 RS, which was pink. The colour in German is Ruby Star. But they translate, if you literally translate it, but they translate it for the English countries to Ruby Stone. So that's like, do you say Porsche or Porsche? It's Ruby Star or Ruby Stone. It's the same colour, it just depends which wording you want to actually use. So no stress on that front. Anyway, it's not that. It's nothing boring. It's very strong. It's going to stand out a mile away, and it's going to look very cool in the lineup in the garage. But I've had an awesome fun day today with the car, so do go check out the full video. I'm very excited for the things that we've been planning for what we're going to be doing next in terms of filming my car on the production line, in terms of finishing it off at exclusive manufacturer, then obviously the delivery, the handover, driving it, the first lap I do of the Nordschleife with it, and the whole story. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. So thank you very much, as always, guys, for following this adventure. I hope you're as excited about the GT3 as I am. Let me know what you think I might have gone for in terms of PTS colour options in the description down below, and we'll see if any of you can guess it, although I'm not going to be confirming it until you guys see it on the production line when I'm back here to film it before the end of the year. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up for there. Thank you very much, as always, for watching, guys. Make sure you're subscribed to see all of the latest videos, and click that little bell down below as well to get the first notifications whenever anything new is uploaded. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks as always, and I'll catch up with you guys again very soon. Cheers!